Okay, we're back on the Indian here. I'm going to go ahead and do the oil line swap out now. So these lines are all pretty well cracked out. So I'm going to go ahead and put some new line on it. So this is the heavy duty stuff here. This one will hold up. Even this one's breaking up there too. This is the American made stuff over here. It don't hold up either. Still breaks. This other one is a cheap ass American one here, or whatever. Probably Goodyear or something. Can't tell until I get it off. So finding a line that doesn't deteriorate is a problem. So far I haven't even come back from using this stuff yet. So this is the Earl's Super Stock or something they call it. Yeah, Earl Super Stock. 3/8 high output crap. This stuff was made in 16. So this is fancy stuff. It's not made out of rubber. It's more of a plastic type material, I guess. But plasticized rubber. How's that? It's kind of like leather. It looks like leather, but it's fake. Same shit. So anyway, this should take the UV, the heat, and the oil and all that stuff. The UV is what kills the stuff. That's what causes all this is UV. Just like the tires get all cracked from the UV also, same thing. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and swap all these out, and then we'll see what we come up with. So, first thing I'm going to do is hose down the rusty ass fittings here. So you use a stainless steel clamp, you still have a steel screw, still rust. The new clamps I got are all stainless. Shouldn't have that problem. See, this one here looks like it's all stainless, it ain't rusty. So you spray these down and that makes them come out a lot easier. Okay, filter, must be another clamp someplace. Okay. Alright, I think I squirted everything. We'll find out. Maybe, I missed that one. Okay, so let's get these out. So the easiest way to do this is with a quarter drive ratchet. Small socket is the one to use. So what's that, 1/4 inch? Yep, 1/4 inch. So that goes right on the screw right there, and you can unscrew it. So you can unscrew it with my fingers. See, the hose collapsed so much. The clamp wasn't even tight. All right, so that'll work there, and I got an oil drain pan and absorbent pad material. Kind of a mess we get by doing this job. Yeah, put that up there. Alright, let's see what we're going to get here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I need some tools. I forgot my tools. Need these if they really get hard. And we got this one too, just in case. There you go, appropriate tools. The plier sorter. Here, that's in my way, so we'll put that right there. So being a swap out, it's not too hard to do. Basically, just take a line off, put another line on. Not a major issue. I don't know how much oil is still inside the tank here, so we're going to find out. Take this oil line right here. Somehow it's got the clamp on backwards, which means it's rotated probably. Appears to have oil in it. Okay, we'll just let that drain out. That makes it the easiest way of draining oil in your tank. So just kind of drain into the pan here and we'll see how much comes out of here. There we go. Now this is probably the oil drain. Yeah, there's the oil drain hose right there, this big one. That one goes right to there, so that's how you're supposed to drain it. Now this hose is the only one that appears to still be good. Don't know why. It's probably the original one, that's why. So we're going to leave that alone. So if you take it off right here, the hose can just drain all over the bike back in this area here. Make a nice big mess. Then I can train out this hose pretty easily after that. Alright, but we'll go ahead and let this run for a little bit and see how long this one goes. It might not have that much in here. I think most of it's in the motor from sitting anyway. Go ahead and pull out these other ones. That one's already done. Purposely put the clamps so you can get to them. I did this job originally. Stringy ass crap pisses me off. Okay. That line. Just leverage it between the motor here and the back of the unit line. Shoves it right off. Okay, looks like the vent is the outer one here. Get some zip ties holding this thing all in here, it looks like. I get oil on my oil. Got a line on my tool already. Where did oil come from? I don't know. Clean my tools off, now I'm not full of oil. One trick you can do, you can cut the oil line with a slit with a knife. Makes it a lot easier to come off. So the hose clamps out of the way. So if you take a sharp knife, like not this one, we'll see it out how it works. Voila! I guess it is sharp. So you just put a slit through it, right there like that. You see how it's right off now. You have to fight it. We're not reusing these lines, so there's no reason to save them. So now you just pull this out of here. So you get the zip ties and stuff back in here holding in. So that zip tie appears to be pretty tight. So you gotta cut it off. And try to keep the outer one. Yeah, need two hands for this. It's hard to do some jobs with one hand. Two is so much easier to use. Okay, so that was the kind of oil line we used. So if you look up that part number there, you'll see what kind of line it is. It doesn't hold up. That was the high-end stuff. Some kind of industrial hose, I imagine. Okay, that one's easy. This one here goes all the way to the filter over here. Down on this one now. Undo the clamp so it can slide down. We'll just take the thing completely off, it'll come off. There you go, comes out. Okay, appears to be tight, so we're going to do the same slit deal. Just have oil coming out of it. Slide this forward a little bit. Okay. Hard to get in there, so use a pair of pliers. It didn't quite slit all the way through. Yeah, it's slit. It's not deep enough. Now it's stuck. Rubber's stuck to the chrome pretty good, so it's halfway off, but not all the way off. Where'd my screwdriver go? So let's take the screwdriver, stick it in there, break it free, and it comes right out. Oil and all. There's a clamp in there too. There we go. We'll let that drain a little bit. And go up here and cut it off from the top up here. So we'll pull it off here on the back side over here, the tank. So clamp out of the way. It's free. Pair of pliers on the clamp. Pull the clamp out. We'll just keep doing the knife trick. It seems to be working pretty good. Might as well just keep it up, right? Okay. Break it free from the hose. There we go. Comes right out of there. I'm going to drip the rest of the way out. Dribble, dribble, dribble. So you let it dribble in the pan here. Makes a little bit less mess when you do that. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take our new hose over here and cut new pieces. The length should be the same because we haven't changed anything. We're just going to duplicate. Okay, so So that side is not quite cut square. Somebody didn't quite know how to do that square. So, it's worse than trying to work with a hose that's not cut square. They got fancy dancy hose cutters, but a good pair of dikes works pretty good. See, now it's cut square like it should be. Okay, so now we just take it and measure up the length we need. Right here. Take it and run it down the length. Over here. Get my dimension. Cut it. Boom. One vent hose. And see, it's still cut square. How did that happen? Okay, now this is the one that's leaking oil everywhere, so I'm just going to make a mess. Get a towel here. Wipe off the excess. Same length. I'm going to cut it again. Try to get as close as I can because it worked really good before. Nice square cut in. Okay, so there's our other one. So now all I gotta do is feed it back through the clamp over here that I left. Right over here. The one zip tie is cut off. Just this one here. That one we're not using no more. This one here we are using. So I just gotta put the hose, both hoses through that piece. We should be fine. So the inner one was the one we pulled out second, so that's the one you put in first. Makes it easier. Figure out which way the hose bend and the hose is going to be best for the application you're working on. Just try to make the curves work with you, not against you. This one's pretty equal curve, so it doesn't change much. We'd rather not look at the lettering, so reverse it, which means it ain't going to fit very well. So we'll make do. Let's see if we put a little bit of oil up on the fitting here. Probably slip on a little easier. We just happen to have some assembly oil right here in the pan. Assembly oil. Probably should put the clamp on there too, but we'll get this up here first. Okay. Clamps on. Exhaust pipe definitely makes it hard. I'm going to take the clamps here and clamp up onto it. Try to get it into there. It's pretty tight up in here, so everything's in the way. This is in the way, the pipe's in the way. Everything's in the way. Can't get a hold of it with this, it just slides off because it's full of oil. That didn't help it any. You know, make sure the fitting's not trying to cut the hose in half, so we're actually on there correctly. So that looks good. It just doesn't want to go through. Everything's fighting everything else. There's that part about you just take parts off to make it easier to work on instead of fighting so much. Air clean exhaust pipe would make this a lot easier. But I don't want to do that right now, so I'm going to do it this way. Not gonna happen. Nope. Okay, that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna pull the bike apart some more. And anything I touch at this point is gonna be junk, so I didn't want to screw with it. So it's gonna be junk. I'll have to fix it after it breaks because it's already broken. So I don't like dealing with this junk ass parts like this. The carburetor's falling off the bike, the bracket's all broken. It's an Indian bracket, which is very similar to a Harley one. It looks like a Harley one to me. So there's nothing really holding that carburetor on the bike right now. See, the bracket's completely broken here and here. So that moves. That's called an air leak. So this all needs to be replaced, which he doesn't want to do. And let's see, the hose switch is off. Vacuum hose, it's been plugged, so we're alright. But the fuel line is crap also. So let's replace the fuel line also. See the fuel line up in there, all the cracks on the fuel line in there. So that's nice and crispy up in there. So these jobs escalate. So there you go, it's escalating. Gotta pull the carburetor off. The intake seal is going to be all rotted out. The carburetor's probably full of goo, which needs to be taken apart and cleaned. See how they escalate? Yeah, more fun. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get all this off, get the exhaust pipe off. We'll be back.